Hello and welcome to the channel, The Eradicator here, and in today's video we are going to talk about being a crewmate in a Constellation. Guys, if you remember the Constellation, the original multi-crew ship, pledgeable in 2012 when the Star Citizen campaign was first launched, and I would say that in Star Citizen Alpha 3.14 it really is the first time that we can really crew a Constellation with its full capacity. The turrets of course have been playable for quite some time, but now in theory the co-pilot should also have a role, thanks to the capacitor now being a thing in Star Citizen, and the co-pilot has the ability to manage the capacitors and the whole energy triangle, and that's what we're going to see, as well as the missile operator mode, which is also something that the co-pilot is able to do. On top of that, from last patch, there's also the Merlin that it's possible to jump into if we don't have enough crew member like today, because we only have a crew of 4 out of 5 people, and it's basically going to be what you need nowadays with the Constellation, and I'm going to show you why. So first, to get access here, so this should be a bug, by the way. This is very terrible what you are seeing here. That big screen in front of us is completely blocking the view, and there should be a screen on the top left, as you can see maybe here on the screen, but that screen is blank. Instead, it is showing just in front of my nose, and this, I believe, is a bug because it is blocking the entire view of the Constellation here from the co-pilot's perspective, and I just can't believe that CIG has let this kind of feature go out in 3.14, especially since the Constellation Taurus, the latest variant, was released in this mode here. So you can see, well, I got access to the power triangle here, as I'm doing that for my pilot. If we get in a combat situation, I'll give more power to the guns, whereas if we are in a precarious situation, maybe more power to the shields, and if we want to go to a destination fast, more power to the engines. Something that my captain was eagerly instructing me to, is like, Irad, more power to the shields, please. And I would be like, yes, sir, or yes, captain, and I would happily execute. I thought that these were great memories. Again, shout out to all the people who were with me on that day, Momo King, as well as Dr. Forbin, and Admiral Gruffus, and Drakis as well. I think I hope I did not forget anyone. If I did, I am deeply sorry. Anyway, well, we're gonna get also inside that that Merlin here, because I want to also show you something that I hope is going to be fixed in a future patch. Now, before we do that, guys, I want to also talk about this month's exceptional giveaway, as this month I am giving away 2 Constellation Tauruses, thanks to Dr. Forbin, as well as all the Patreons who support this channel on the crowdfunding website Patreon. All you have to do is to subscribe to this channel. Make sure you are in public settings and answer the giveaway question I'll be asking later. The winner will have 10 days to claim their prize. Also, I've had a huge amount of referrals lately, so shout out to all of you guys, including Annie Quoiser, Perfect Sale, Dean420, Sphinx, Save the Spree, Valdgurker, Carrera, and Isambol, and also Gromacy that I forgot to. Shout out to all of you guys. Thanks to you, I got this new Dragonfly, and I'll definitely be checking it out for you guys. Anyway, let's fly now that Merlin, shall we? And as I said, there's something I want to show you. So, as you can see, there was a little bit of desync as we got out of the Constellation. A little bit of positioning here. For some reason, it looked like the Merlin did clip through the Constellation, but eventually it did not happen. But still, it was a little bit scary. Luckily, no damage here. So we are, of course, going to do the obligatory FPS mission at Security Post Carré, which did work very well, by the way, in the PTU. I was very surprised to see that these FPS AIs were quite deadly and almost working as intended. Is it going to be the same here in the live persistence universe? Of course, you are going to find it out by watching this video. And so I decided to take the Merlin here as a reconnaissance ship here. It's not just a snub ship as a little dogfighter. It can also be used as reconnaissance if anyone is around, maybe, but I haven't spotted anyone. So I'm going to land, and something weird is going to happen. Just wait until I land here. This thing is very nimble, and as a result, it is not easy to land. There we go. Soft landing here. Decent performance. So let's get out of here, and something magical is going to happen as I'm going to turn around. Oh, what happened to that Merlin? It is gone. It has completely disappeared. It has vanished, and it is no longer here. What is going on? Well, this is not even a bug that is in the known bugs issues here in the patch note, unfortunately. Now we're going to wait for the rest of the crew here to land. It's going to be a beautiful shot here of that Constellation landing. I love that. This is very cinematic, but because of forced reaction, well, seems like there was a little bit of steam or something just made me fall on the ground of that platform, and it took me a while before I was able to recuperate, press X, and eventually get up. Yeah, so I was just pressing X the whole time, X, and then eventually I was able to get up. Yeah, that was a little bit weird. Anyway, all of my fellow members of the Irad Club are going to get into that airlock here. I like that we have a group of different combatants here. Drakis fighting with a Coda and a big laser on top of that. I thought that this was quite original. I like that. Don't see the Coda being used all the time. And that looks like we got a hostile here. A little bit of desync, as you can see. That NPC did teleport. The frames were very low as well. I thought I had killed it, but I did not. At the same time, the NPC had no idea of what to do, did not even react, and I thought that this was very unfortunate. No sense of danger at all. We could almost have gone straight to that NPC and kicked that NPC in the nut, and nothing would have happened. Another thing, you can see that I only have 80 bullets and no extra magazines. That's because for some reason I can't equip anything. It just won't work. So that's why I'm switching here between the F-55 and the FS9. Haven't fought with an FS9 for a long time, so to get used to the recoil, which is pretty intense to say the least. It's already 2 down, and again, unfortunately, nothing is happening, no reaction. But since we're in a Constellation and we don't even have a bed there, we're not going to tempt the devil. We're just going to kill all of them. Again, I noticed that with call to arms, I get a bonus, but not all the time. There you go, bonus of 700 alpha UEC, which is very nice. I don't remember in previous patches, even with call to arms on, having bonuses when killing NPCs, and I like that, you know, because it's very important that we get as much as many ways as possible to make money in the verse, because, well, money is scarce, right? Especially nowadays, there's no trade, lots of missions are broken, so it's important to check it out. Looks like Dr. Forbin, perhaps, or maybe Andrakis was able to shoot down some NPCs. Looks like there's one down here. Okay, and we are going to have 2 more. Usually those NPCs now tend to stay near the airlocks. Is it going to be the case? Right there. Well, Andrakis here for the assist. Excellent, and looks like it's a job complete. Excellent work here. Look at that, desync again. He just teleported to this position here. That's one of the major issues of Star Citizen Alpha 3.14, and you can rest assured, guys, that we are definitely going to be talking about it in the Star Citizen Alpha 3.14 review. But of course, the Constellation is not a dropship, it is a gunship. That means that this ship is best fit for space combat, and that is what we are going to be doing next here for the remaining of this review of the life of a crewmate in a Constellation. We'll be using the turrets at the end. I'm still the co-pilot of this ship, even though, as you can see, that I don't have much to do as the co-pilot of this ship, apart from using maybe the power triangle. Since the view is completely blocked, and you're going to see that we're going to get in combat situation, that the missile operator mode is also not working, because I can't target anything. I can't see anything, so I can't target anything, and that is really a shame, because, well, it leaves the pilot with the responsibility to worry of the missile. But you guys know that the Constellation is not a very maneuverable ship. it's not a dogfighter, and it has to rely on its crewmate in order to be as effective as possible, which is what you are going to see now as we are going to get to engage in combat. So we are doing some of the classic bounty hunting missions here. This is the multi-target bounty hunting mission in which you have to target 3 different types of enemies. You can see that we are being targeted here by missiles, but at the same time here the pilot is releasing some countermeasures, and well, the missile operator with here was pretty much useless. The only thing that I could do was to dumbfire missiles, but when you dumbfire a missile in a Constellation, it's not firing straight, it's actually firing on top of you, which is again pretty useless. So that's another grief here that I would have to say against the co-pilot seat of the Constellation. But this, guys, is where the Constellation is shining. I'm gonna try to get some shots for you guys of the exterior of the Constellation. There we're being here in a fight. We got a little cutlass here on top. Just this ability here to use all the guns here. Guys, let's think about it. You have 8 laser guns, 8 laser repeaters here, and they are going to literally destroy that cutlass that we can see here. Despite the desync, obviously it does look like the turrets are seeing that cutlass at different angles, and boom, it didn't last here for a very long time. And we're just firing at different locations here. Now there is a Buccaneer here on the side that is also not going to be lasting for a long time. That is fantastic, guys. It feels very overpowered, but again, this is the intended gameplay, and this is how the Constellation is supposed to be played. So as you can see here, life here as a second pilot, a co-pilot, pretty useless, but how is it in a turret? Well, we are going to figure out as well right now. Now, eventually, Andrakis had to leave. He's a dad. It's not easy to be a dad and play games at the same time. I know that all too well. I also have a kid at the same age. So I'm going to use the turret here and finally get into some action. See if they have indeed been a little bit buffed here for 3.14, and we're going to figure out right now. This is where the fun begins here. What are we looking at? Looks like the ship was a little bit damaged here. We got a target here on the top right. Looks like it is an M50. All right, not an easy target at M50 because it is small. You can see already taking a lot of damage here. I was really happy to see how accurate I was here with that turret. Definitely quite a change, even at quite a distance. And there we go, target eradicated. That was quick, but it was definitely a lot of fun, and it was very action-packed. So here's my verdict, guys. If you have a Constellation, take enough members to crew both the turrets and the Merlin, but make sure that the pilot doesn't leave the Merlin because it's going to despawn, and don't take any co-pilots because it's pretty much useless. That's pretty much all for this video, guys. Another gameplay video of Star Citizen of 3.14. Thank you so much to Tala, Dr. Forbin, and Eric All for their contributions on Patreons. This is the Eradicator. I'll see you guys tomorrow for more content, and I'll see you guys later. This video is brought to you by the people who support this channel on Patreon and via the join button as well. Supporters of the channel get access to lots of cool perks, such as access to my private Discord, your question answered in the show, you get to know when I'm going to play, and also you get to have a chance to influence the editorial line of the channel. Any help is appreciated, starts at just $1 a month. Thank you very much for watching. This is the Eradicator, and I'll see you guys later.